we probably could use another healer. Tallulah Bell, here she is, started life on Hellscream in the Ascension Guild as a dwarf. I know. Luke. And she basically was a healer. So I had her main spec as Ret because I was leveling, and then I made her a healer. So in Wrath of the Lich King, I actually did heal. Excuse me, that's not very ladylike. And oh God, I've been talking for ages already. You must be so bored. Okay, Tallulah Bell became a blood elf, thank goodness, and hasn't healed really since Wrath of the Lich King. And even then, not that much, because we already had a bunch of healers in the guild, but I wanted to try pally healing. So this whole expansion and the previous expansion, she was Ret. And I've sort of just been using her as sort of a different questing sort of tune, engineering tune. And I decided, well, I really should start playing her. So I started the, legendary quest line on her, and finally bit the bullet and did some grouping with her as Ret. I really suck at melee grouping. I find it ridiculously difficult to tell where I am standing in all those spell animations. Because there's so much on the ground. I can't tell if I'm in front of the boss, behind the boss. When there's stuff on the ground, are you supposed to like get out of it, all of it, if you're melee? I don't think you are, because then you'll never be able to like reach them sometimes. Like on Lei Shen, and in particular I'm thinking about, and some others. It's just, and sometimes I've run through the boss, I'm not facing them. Sometimes the mobs are behind me, on my side, I'm not close enough. I find it really difficult. But I'm getting better. I mean, what did I do? I did, what is her eye level? Her eye level is 523 equipped as Ret. She has some other stuff that makes her, her mishmash of things makes her eye level a lot higher. And I finally got all my secrets, and I went back to, basically now I'm on the test of valor, which is kind of a pain in the butt. But so I decided after we were missing a healer, why don't I go back to trying pally healing? Blood Paladin, okay. And so, I mishmashed together a whole bunch of stuff and got her a healing set. In her healing set, do you have to actually activate your spec? And now, that's another thing. Why aren't flasks, why don't they change like to your current one? I waste so much money on flasks because I'm switching back and forth all the time on her now. She's supposed to be wearing the jade plate armor transmog set at the moment, but my banker named it to someone named Ta, not Tallulah Bell. So it's currently in the void, and yeah, whatever. Okay, so her eye level for healing is 507. I've healed a couple of things. I can't do the, what's it called? The Proving Grounds Bronze yet. I've only tried a few times, but the thing is, you really should level the spec you want to play, because, okay, you say, oh, I'm going to start pally healing at 90. That's what I'm going to do. And very late in the expansion, when everybody has a ton of, everybody always, the content isn't up to your skill level. So I'm trying to heal heroic dungeons to learn how to heal better. And basically, the tank doesn't need me to heal, and they're just racing. It's over in 2 minutes, and I've learned nothing. That's not quite true, but yeah. I have a distinct problem here with her main hand weapon, the Forge Axe. it's the best she's got at the moment. I considered getting her the Reborn weapon. They're not on the AH, and they would be too expensive anyway. I read you again. I see, to put me off. Okay. And my blacksmith is currently working on getting my monk one of her weapons for the Reborns. So frankly, because you can only do one living steel a day, no, lightning steel or whatever it is a day, it's out of the question to also be making her Reborn. So of course I'm not, basically. So I decided not to do that. I figured it'd be just as easy to get a weapon, right? Well, guess what? It's not. There's a main hand weapon that drops in Jade Serpent, this Jade Serpent Temple Heroic off the Serpent Dragon thingy. Very, very, very rarely. I can run it once a day. There is no timeless isle weapon for a Holy Pally. I'm going to talk about that, Salty, actually, the combat pieces on you. Did you know, let me talk about it right now while I remember. When I was actually running some LFRs on her as Ret, and I had it, my loot specialization set to Ret, I was actually getting Pally holy pieces, including, not that, these gloves, Romy's Reliable Grips. They were a drop while she had Ret spec. Weird. And another piece too, and I've forgotten what it was. Is it this one? It might have been this one, the Drape of the Gathering Clouds, I think. Oh, this dropped for me off Ordos. I haven't upgraded any of her pieces yet. That's the other thing when you dual spec. How do you know whether you should upgrade your Holy set or your Ret set first? It's tough. It really is. And besides, I spent all my Valor on getting a few other things in Ret spec. Yeah. Okay. So when I decided to heal her, well, I got two. I don't know. Maybe I'm special. Maybe they were trying to tell me to Molson says he's never gotten a Pally set. So whatever. Okay. Oh, okay. So maybe he just didn't drop anything that was Ret Salty. Is that what you're telling me? Okay. Okay. So I'll look at what your link afterwards because I'm on a roll. Okay. So I've considered using an add-on like Healbot Voodoo. The problem is I've gotten in the last few years, couple of years, I've gotten better and better at not being a clicker. Molson plays a different game. I sometimes think so. I wonder if people play the same game as me sometimes. I really, really do. I don't understand how you guys don't have tunes in eye levels and reps. All my tunes have like timeless Isle gear. I guess Helvet was out there a long time getting exalted with Showhouse, so she probably got a lot of stuff that might have helped. And I make the stuff. Okay, no, you're right. It's not your show, it's mine. Okay, so I've gotten in the habit of not being a clicker, and part of the things that's helped me with that is Salty finally called me out for being a mouse turner, and I've now become a keyboard turner. Don't understand how I ever did anything different. And on all of my characters, I've basically I use a basic WASD fingers position on my keyboard, and I have a few buttons on my mouse that are all keybound to the same thing on all my characters. But basically everything has to be in reach of the WASD, and I've set up all my action bars so that Similar type spells are on E, similar type spells are on, R, Shift E, all that sort of stuff. So I wanted to, and that's gotten me into a real good rhythm. When I'm playing, I can switch between my characters more easily than I used to do when I was a clicker. I can't use an Nostromo glove. I've tried. I've also tried the G12. It's not for me. It just isn't. I'm a keyboard girl, I think. Anyway, so I decided that, first of all, okay, Healbot would be good, but you can't see a tooltip of what is bound to what button on Healbot. So you'd be going like, oh, what is it to do whatever it is, holy light, I've forgotten which middle button, shift, and so especially since I'm not well versed in the spells at the moment, I need to learn better what they do off the top of my head at a split seconds decision. I decided it would be best to keep them on my action bars like I do now, but I can't click on the raid frame, click on the thingamabob or whatever, and I mean, that just takes forever. So I decided to go for the mouse over macros. This is all taking me hours to figure out. If I don't pay attention to guild chat or whatever, it's probably because I'm standing at a training derby trying to figure out my macros. So usually what I find is that I can read someone's macro and think, yeah, that sounds okay, but it probably isn't exactly what I want. So I try to make them more suited to me. So I've got this mouseover macros now that I had wrong to start, and they didn't work in my first heroic scenario. Only my holy shock and holy light were working. So thank goodness they didn't really need me to heal. It was kind of hilarious. I'm also using SCADA to help me figure out what I'm doing wrong at the end of the fight. I haven't let anyone die yet. I mean, that's good, right? But there's this awesome one called Total Healing. It shows you how much was, I think this is what it's showing me. The green is heals that were actually used, and the red is overheals. So obviously my overheals are not good. Obviously I'm using the wrong spells, and I think that's why I'm not being successful in the bronze proving ground. So I spent a couple hours last night fixing these macros. So now I've got beacon of light's going to go on my mouse over target or myself, basically. So if I go, I have no mouse over target right now. Let's turn down that volume again. That's too loud. Okay, so now the beacon is on myself. If I mouse over that dude there. Why didn't that work? Oh, because. No? Why is it not working now? Oh my God. Oh, because it's on me? Is that why? No. Why is it not working? Oh, I know why, because I have to put it in here. It's called, this is one I forgot to change. I changed all the others, I hope. This should do it. So that's healing me when, yeah, let's see. Shift C should be the beacon. Is that doing it? No.
Mel Gibson went insane.
Mel Gibson went insane? What do you do?
He's insane.
No, but when did he go insane?
When?
It's my son James. He's not dressed.
Oh, I don't care. Yeah, you can't see me in the thing yet.
It's just on delay, that's all.
Oh, well. I'm gone now.
Her. That's the Master Hearthstone Help Desk. Let's see. Does that do it? No. Why not? And why? Where's my error text? You're rank 8? 18. He's rank 18. Molson.
Okay. I can check that too.
He's going to check that. So, if you're lying, that's...
Are you talking to Molson?
He's in the chat room here. I'm trying to ignore him.
Hi, Molson.
Shift C. Why is it not working? Oh, God, it was working yesterday. And my error text is missing.
How long is your delay?
Couple of seconds. Oh, this is... All my other macros work perfectly. So, there. Divine Light, for example. Here we go. No target.
Healing macro?
See, that works just fine. So why is my beacon macro not working? Oh, because I haven't named it Beacon of Light. Duh. There we go. I don't know why it won't work.
Did you take off the slut pants?
Yes, I took off the slut pants. I was supposed to be wearing jade plate armor, but it's lost in the mail. I sent it to the wrong person.
So some random person just received jade plate armor?
I actually checked my spelling after you said that, Molson. What?
Did some random person have jade plate armor now?
It's in the mail. Apparently, it's an inactive character. I've sent it to. So 30 days from now, I should get it back. I'm actually opening a ticket right after I finish this. Okay.
Put your sweatpants back on. It needs to fit the outfit.
They're not in. I'd have to go to the transmog dude.
Oh.
See if my prism works. See, that's his target. Okay, cool. So all of them work except Beacon of Light, and we don't know why. I'm going to fix that afterwards instead of sitting here being kind of a pain. Trying to fix it. What if I do this? How exciting watching me do macros. These all work now. I tested them all last night, and my hands, all the hands, in the middle of like the raid, I've healed a couple of lower level LFRs. I'll be like, oh, I should probably take threat off that person now, or myself, or whatever. Oh, which one is it? Oh, goddamn, is it the Hand of Sacrifice? No, that's damage. Oh, which is it? Oh, it's this one, Salvation. I think. By the time I get around to it, it's like too late. So, yeah. So that's the story of her healing life. She's now on Test of Valor. And James wants me to go put her sweatpants back on. I can do that while I continue talking about her. I have some notes about what I wanted to say. Oh, so I healed a raid, right? And last weekend, my mage went, there's my other son just waving, he's leaving. Last week, my mage has been going like every time I remember to do Sethic calls to get to the Raven Lord. So I heal, and you know, sometimes when you heal, you get this call to arms healer, and you get a bonus reward. Woohoo! So like, yay! I've heard people get all sorts of cool stuff, and I get my bonus reward. And what comes out? Oh, yay! The reigns of the Raven Lord. I just couldn't believe it. Really? Can you pick some mount I haven't got? Seriously? And so now it says this stupid little thing that says, already known. And it's just sitting there in my bank with a bunch of other stuff that I basically can't use. Okay, so I should go put my sweatpants on while I wait for this stupid Jade set to hopefully get rescued. Oh, yeah. My speed increases on 4 for all my characters. Because, yeah, that's the way to do it. Saltstone. Cenarian thicket leg plates. I keep a bunch of stuff. I really need to get rid of it all. Seriously. Too much stuff. And I don't actually have the saltstone breastplate, but I have this one, which I kind of thought looked pretty good with it. And then I don't use the saltstone shoulders. I use these ones. So this is why he calls it my slut pants. There they are. So nifty. Yeah. I'll let you see them in their full glory. I know you have jade pants. They're like 17,000 gold. They're the only piece I'm missing, actually, but I actually was going to wear them with the Valorous replica armor, because I got that from the Dark Moon Fair yesterday. Yeah. So that's the story of my healing. A couple of little interesting things there. Oh, no, now I get to talk about the weapon. Your eyes. Yeah, I know. She's pretty slutty looking. I really should wear a cape or something with it, but I don't know, she looks kind of hot. Okay, so the story of the weapon. So there's one in Jade Temple. Of course, there's LFR ones, but they don't drop for me because that's the story of my life. So I decide I'm going to get this PvP Grievous Gladiator or Super Gladiator, Mr. Gladiator mace. It's like level 550, and I reckon I can get that pretty easily because you can convert justice points to honor, which is something I've been doing for a while to get the PvP mounts. And I thought, well, I might as well just, I always forget to put my seal on. So I figure I could, just get that. And it says on Wowhead that it's 2,250. I believe honor. We're just going to go check that out right now. And I have you know, a goodly amount of honor and justice I could do. And then something I've never done before, but that I've been doing this weekend because I was Valor capped. Wasn't hard to get Valor capped this weekend, let me tell you. The Timeless Isle dailies that are the PvP option, you can actually award like a ton of honor. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and do that. Oh, you're not sending them to me, but you never let me repay you. It makes me feel bad. Go away. It will make me feel terrible if you do that. So this is the mace I'm talking about. It's the Grievous Gladiator Gavel. It's level 522. And I can upgrade. Obviously, that's a huge improvement to the 4-something healing mace that I've got at the moment. And I figure it'll help my healing out tremendously. So, and besides, my other jade stuff is lost, Molson. So, I mean, what you can do? So I get all excited. I get all my stuff together. I've got all the honor. I've done all my justice points over to honor, and I'm going over there to get it fixed. And yeah, lo and behold, I can't buy it. Oh, it requires a total of 7,250 honor points for the season. A lot of honor. I still have double today for that Timeless Isle. But the other thing that I've never done, I've never been to Tol Barad till yesterday. Can you believe that? Did you know that winning Tol Barad gets you 270 honor double this weekend? And basically every 4 hours you just go there and the alliance seems to do nothing and you just win. I did it twice yesterday. So I did that. I've never been there before. It was awesome. I think I'm going to try and farm some more mounts up there. It was kind of fun and got a ton of ember silk cloth. It was good fun. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do with her. Of course, the main then okay, I'm going to split this. So then we get to the Warlock. I helped Salty get to Exalted with the Black Prince. I think it was Exalted. I can't remember what it was supposed to do with Helvet. And I mentioned that I was trying to buy the tome for the Green Fire Quest. Didn't they? Okay, I haven't been there before. It's kind of a cool place. I like it. So I have my Warlock. She's transmogged. Interestingly, I don't understand how to. I understand how to play her. That's not what I get the rotation. I understand how to play her. What eye level is she? We'll find out here. But it doesn't come naturally to me. It feels completely the opposite reaction stuff of what I would do as a Shadow Priest, which is what comes most naturally. No burps for you. So I find her difficult. Oh, they are pants. They're mage weave pants. Don't you say I have no pants. They are mage weave leggings even. See, they're leggings right here. Those are leggings. So she's eye level 501. You know, it's all right, don't you think? But basically she sucks because I'm just not very good at playing her. However, Salty heard that I didn't have the Green Fire Quest tome and sent it to me, and I thought that was very sweet because he lets me repay him. Well, they're leggings though, Molson. They're not panties. They're leggings. See? These things, they're leggings there. So I took her, started doing the Green Fire Quest, and I figured most of it out on my own. I'm on stage 6 in the scenario where you have to fight the big giant eye thing. Ow! Oh my God, that hurt. Sorry. And yeah, basically I can't beat that boss. I've watched a video now though. Of course, I had to start all over again when I went back down there. Why am I not? My skin is not protected. I'm a warlock. I just steal life from my demon or something like that. Yeah. So I'm stuck there. I've watched the video. I'm going to have to do some relearning of how to stay alive, I think, and basically use my Ember tap. Is that what it's called when you? Yeah. So I'm going to have, I just have to focus more on staying alive, and the boss will eventually die, is what I gathered from the person's video that I watched. Yeah, so she's, you know, there. We need to finish the Green Fire quest. I don't understand why we can't have quests like the Green Fire quest for all classes. I want them. My other level 90s. Oh, so my other big project, of course, is the Stay Classy thing. Toxic, my hunter, who has exactly the same pets, exactly the same talents and everything as my Draenei hunter. I bet I like my Draenei hunter. I don't know what it is. Snazette, the shadow priest, I was supposed to be my PvP priest, but I think I might try healing on her. I refused to dual spec Helvet because wars have been started over that. One day I will tell that story. Vixen, my warrior, she's basically just a blacksmith, but she's got pretty decent eye level too. I don't need to log her in to show you. Iset, my boosted Death Knight, I leveled her to 60 and learned profession so I could have a transmuter. I haven't played her. I don't know if I could handle another melee class. Oh, and I have to do a rogue. Oh my god, there's so much to do. Minx the mage. Mages are boring in Mists of Pandaria. Boring. Frankly, that's all there is to say. But she's got the pink dress. Well, Wilson was there for that. Oh, shoot. What happened there? Move her up again. Thank you. Minxette, the monk, needs to move up a bit now. She's currently 78. She's a Windwalker. Is that the DPS one? Yeah. And like I said, when she gets to 85, she will be a troll for a few days. I like playing her, but once again, grouping hard because the melee thing, tricky. Don't like it. I have some transmog stuff lined up for her. I can't remember what it is. She's my leather worker. I need a leather worker on Earthen Ring. What else was I going to talk about? Anything else? Why can't you queue independently for heroic scenario these days? It's hard to get a group for heroic scenarios now. It really is. Shaxi, my goblin shaman, I don't like goblins. I don't like them. They're not cute like gnomes. Sorry. But I'm keeping her and not deleting her because I really like the Shaxi name, and I live in the hope that one day there will be a good-looking shaman that I can play on Earthen Ring. Maybe I won't split this because I'm pretty much done now. And if you watched all of this, you're like a superstar and have no life or something, or you're just super supportive or something. So yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. So I have one more thing I want to show you because you know how in guild bank tabs you can't you can only see a certain amount of transactions in the money log. It only goes back a certain number. You are a superstar. You must be bored, you homeless person. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I was actually curious how much money, because I've always claimed that you get a ton of money from meat questing into the guild bank. So the perk that you get, I always thought it was questing stuff, but it's not. It's money you loot, which is another issue. But it's this bountiful banks, cash flow. Each time you loot money from an enemy, 10% money is generated and directed to deposit into your guild bank. So it's money you loot. So it kind of depends what mobs you're killing too, because if you are killing if you are killing those Mogu spirits, they drop spirit money, not actual money. If you're dropping animals, they don't drop money. So I've noticed this, and the reason I know how I've noticed this is because of this add-on that I have, which is called, what is it called? I don't even know what it's called. Look at my add-ons. It doesn't say what it's called when I do a thing. And it's not in here, of course. Oh, no. I will have to look it up from where I got it from. But basically, it will track how much money you contribute to the guild bank in a session, for example. So my character has, it says in the tooltip, if I click on here, it says you have contributed so much to Bitter and Salty's bank so far, and so much this session. Since I started tracking, all my characters have contributed 970 to the guild bank so far. I have discovered that one of the things that you contribute the most for, make sure I have some keys, yeah, is actually on my blacksmith. So I get out of the guild bank, I get a couple of lock boxes. How many keys do I have? I have 3. Okay, and then I'm going to open them. Let's see. And I'm looting. $42 gold out of that one. So but it's double because, okay, so I looted 42 gold, which I'm going to put back into the guild bank because it was the guild's lock boxes, and an additional 4 gold and 22 silver for looting the lockbox. Go straight in there. I keep the green pieces sent to Helvet as my tip. So here she goes. So I thought that was kind of neat. I enjoy tracking that. There's another 44 gold, so that's 86. I round down because, you know, I'm good like that. And yeah, and just by doing that, and the treasure room also makes you loot a lot for the guild bank. 12, 42, so 86, 88, 122. So 122 gold to deposit into the guild bank, plus, is it left click? 1291. So I think that's, you know, pretty good 3 minutes work for the guild bank. So there you go. It's kind of interesting. It was a neat sort of add-on to check out. I looted 129 gold. Sorry. Whoops, my bad. Okay, so I am going to go to the Dark Moon Fair with my monk and see how far I can get her, because it's time to get that Stay Classy achievement. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have fun. And I will talk to you and yabber at you sometime soon. Bye.